Hello, and welcome to my overview of my app creation process as well as my overview of my AP Computer Science course. I hope you enjoy, and let's begin. So the key points of my presentation, the first portion of the presentation will mainly focus on my app related work, which includes my overall procedures, my results, what I was able to gain through the app. And then the second portion of my presentation will focus on my overall experience with AP Computer Science. This includes things such as the AP exam and my work and what I learned through taking the course. And lastly, the final portion of the presentation will focus on my future plans in regards to the class. So let's begin. So an overall description of my project, I noticed that their high school teens tend to have a high level of stress, and as a result, I wanted to find a way to solve this issue, I guess you could say, because the way that I see it, most apps are algorithms that people use in order to simplify or solve a problem that is being faced in life. So my app basically was a stress app that allowed the user to have learn techniques in four different areas: auditory, olfactory, visual, and breathing techniques that would essentially, I guess you could call them therapies, that would allow this person or individual to relax and feel more, I guess, mentally healthy. I was able to test out the app on 12 different subjects, and overall, it seems as though it was very successful. Most of the people said that their stress level did decrease after using the app, and on top of that, most people said that the app was very high quality in the end. So that's pretty good. What went well? I guess the best thing that went well was the coding and the design for me. I think it looks really pretty. On the right, you could see one of the pictures for, or one of the interfaces in my app, and you can see that it's very balanced. The colors are very sweet. They're very harmonious. So I think design wise, I did pretty well, and as well as the coding aspect. I didn't really have trouble coding the app. I think in fact the coding was one of the easiest aspects for me. Um, Also, I think I did a great job with discoverability and response. So basically, it was easy for my users to access the app and understand how to use it and the functions and understand the purpose of it. What went bad? I guess there wasn't really anything that went bad per se. I think it was more, if I'm being nitpicky, I guess the project did take a long time to conclude. It was similar to my AP Bio project, which was work that was done over a long process, like a long time period, but small chunks were done each day. I guess that consistency kind of, I guess, sometimes got annoying because I also had homework for other classes, but I always had to remember work on your project, work on your project, work on your project, which overall, I guess, did help me become a stronger student. But it was, if I'm being a bit nitpicky, that's the only thing that went bad for me. But overall, I loved working with the app and creating it. So my next steps, I guess my next steps are to further develop my app and create more content for it. Right now, the app is, I guess you could say, pretty basic. So the content is minimal. There's only a few audio and visuals, and um, just generally, it's pretty bland, I guess you could say. But it looks nice and everything. It's just the fact that the content is minimal, or not minimal, but at least not at the level that I want it to be. And I hope to eventually end up publishing my app. I think that this app could actually be very successful. I noticed that when a lot of my users were using their app, they were giggling or laughing at the picture section or at the visual therapy section, in which I included memes. And I guess it's a good sign because I know that laughing reduces stress and releases hormones that allow the individual to feel more relaxed. So in the end, I know that the app was successful, and I know that the app can help, and it will just spread information and spread laughter, which would eventually allow people to have a better mental health. So now we're gonna go into talking about the my overall experience with the course. My highlights. So the main highlight that I had was getting to play with digital music for my first semester project. I always wanted to explore digital music, and I feel that through this class, I really got the opportunity to do so. I love my project. I love creating music. I love the mixing of different sounds to create a different beats and all, and overall creating like a harmony that really resonated with the person and really created sounds that overall help de-stress. Because similar to my app, this music actually contributed to my app because I used some of the samples of the music that I created on my app. Because the music I created was actually to help people relax. So I think overall, seeing how everything that I do in computer science is somehow related to one another is really amazing, and I think that really helped me understand the spectrum of computer science, or not the spectrum, but more like the world of computer science, and understand that it's so intertwined and interconnected, which I find beautiful. And learning that was also a highlight. Um, and I also was able to perfect my C++ coding. This class combined with the Great Nerds really helped me practice my C++, and I guess now I could say I'm an expert. Not to the level that I could teach the class, of course, but I think I'm able to at least program to a certain level where I don't have to look up guides and I don't have to look up references. I could actually, like by memorization, know where to code, how to code, why to code this, and this, how to comment, how to document my code. I think overall that's really great. My areas of growth. Most of my areas of growth were just skill based. I feel as though I became a better critical thinking with all the critical thinking essays, a better writer because of all the writing that we had to consistently do throughout the class. I also became more socially aware, which I'm really happy about. I feel as though computer science and technology was really meant to help the world intertwine itself further. So, learning about all these technologies that can help me communicate with people, as well as learning the ways that technology is being used to affect the world, I guess you could say, and affect the spread of information. Because I know that, for example, the Trump administration was trying to delete all the files from NASA, but then these programmers were trying to prevent that. And I guess that's like that being aware of how technology is positively being used and how it helps spread awareness is really something beautiful for me. And I think that was just becoming more socially aware of the world really helped. And then my work ethic really did improve this year. Um, More specifically this semester, I know that the first semester I kind of slacked off a bit, and it resulted in me getting a C. But this semester, I think I put more effort in, and now I have a solid B in the class, which I'm really happy about. I'm hoping that with this I could get an A, but I'm settled with a B, which I'm really happy about. And overall, my ambition really grew. I think this is one of the main classes that really helped me come to myself and really pushed me and really taught me that I really do have a potential that I just haven't used. And as a result, I ended up taking these college classes that were computer science related, put them into my transcript, and solidify my position as a class valedictorian. So, really happy about that. So my favorite technology in the year, I would have to say, is of course 3D printing, and not for the reasons you might think. I don't really like designing. I'm not that creative. I'm more of a you tell me what to do and I'll do it. I'm not more of a I'll think of how to do it. I'm not really original in that sense. Um, but I just love 3D printing because it just created difficulty for me and a challenge, and I really like challenging myself. So that challenge, I feel as though made 3D printing interesting, and therefore it allowed it to become my favorite technology. And my next steps are to go to Rensselaer, which is the college that I chose this year, and continue my studying computer science. I hope to major in computer science and business, and eventually open up my own computer store, repair shops. Um, and just continue all the work that I did with computer science. And on top of that, I know that the skills that I gained in computer science and the amount of work that was given and the way that the class was formatted of requiring and forcing independence, I feel that that's going to help me in college. And I've been reading some blogs and read that Rensselaer is actually a very difficult school to get a high GPA in. So I'm kind of hoping that the skills that I gain in Rensselaer will help me solidify a good GPA and hopefully a 4.0. I also plan to continue my work helping underprivileged kids, such as myself or my neighborhood community, acquire computer literacy. And lastly, I would like to give a few shout outs to a few of my friends or classmates. Diana for helping for dealing with my 2 in the morning phone calls asking for help, and then Jonathan for always cheering me up. There were some moments in this year where I was really down and I just didn't want to continue and I was hoping to give up. But Jonathan always knew exactly what to say. And lastly, for Cindy for always being a mother figure for me. I know that Cindy kind of got annoyed at me sometimes because I was always acting like a kid, but in the end, she was really helpful in my overcoming this class. So thank you. to all of them. So that concludes my presentations. Have a nice day.